Well, hello there. How are you guys doing? I am on my way, walking to the post office. I have a package here and a couple like smaller ones in my bag. It is hot as bejesus out this mug. But I wanted to walk. I haven't walked in a couple days since me and my husband did that vlog. And I bought a couple things off of Amazon. That helps with the sun. Once I get to the post office is right ahead. I'm gonna try it out and see, that way it doesn't have different like lights, you know, when I go in and out of the sun. If you don't know, I have a main channel, Just Dan, and I do like beauty unboxings and stuff. And you know, I have giveaways. The Jeffree Star, I did the Jeffree Star Banana Fetish palette, and Melissa Martinez was the winner. I recorded the Slay Glam box for June, and then when that goes public, I show in there who won. I had 3 winners in there. But I also do every month. I used to do 2 people, now I do 1. Every month, so whoever I notice comments all the time, or like sometimes at the end of my videos, I'll say, if you watch till here, leave a, say, put a heart emoji. You know, things like that, so I know who's really watching to the end, because that helps me out. And then I'll say, hey, email me. Or if I know you have an Instagram, I'll message you. So that's what the boxes are in my book bag. Okay, we're here at the post office. See? Okay, I'm gonna go put my mask on and mail this. I'll be right back. All right, I just mailed the packages and I went to my P.O. box here, and I had these 2 keys that were inside. So now I gotta go see if what I have, because I always get one of those smaller boxes. Let me show you. So I get the very small one, and then if there's a bigger package, they just put a key in there, and then they put it in a bigger one. That way you don't pay as much. All right, so let's see what we got. All right, so I have 3 packages, so maybe that wasn't a good idea to check my post office, because now I have to walk with my packages, but that's okay, they're pretty light. I'm gonna walk to the park, because that's right up the street, so we can talk a little bit, and then I'll put that thing on. I'll show you what I'm talking about to block the sun. I don't know why I have this. Let me take this off. All right, so let me tell you about my son, the little prank I played on him. He fell right into it. I wish I was recording it. So the other day I had to go food shopping, okay? And every time I go, but right before I go food shopping, like I clean out the refrigerator and stuff, you know? Like throw away all the old food, wash the shelves. I always do that. And then that way when I go food shopping, I can just put the stuff in. And usually, like my son, he's at school when I do it, and I go food shopping, like, so everything's always done before he gets home from school. So,
hey, stranger.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
How you doing?
I'm good. I ain't seen you in a minute.
I know. How old are you now?
41.
Wow. Look at you.
I'm working everything.
Where do you work at? Oh, there you go. Do you see Shakaya at all anymore? Do you talk to her? Oh, man.
I thought I got married. Wow. She's still the same. You know what I'm saying?
I heard her mom got hit by a car when she was walking a few years ago. I haven't seen her since. Wow.
Yeah, she's still walking around like that happened.
Crazy. Well, you take care. Tell your mom I said hi.
I will, but I see her.
Oh, will you stop it? That was Kimi. I'm not sure exactly I know it's not Down syndrome, but he's such a nice, well, young man. He's, like you said, he's 41. And I knew him when living in the apartments, his mom. Wow. He's got, mentally, he's probably a 15-year-old, you know? Such a nice guy. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I usually go, you know, food shopping. Everything's always done when he gets home. Well, you know, now he's out of school. So I had already cleaned the refrigerator, but I didn't go grocery shopping yet. I was just waiting for a little bit, you know? So he goes in. Now, I have a deep freezer, and I always keep that filled to the top. And in the deep freezer is all the frozen stuff, like you can put in the oven, like pizza, or like stuff to put in the air fryer, you know, things like that. And the freezer where the refrigerator is, because I have like the double doors. Oh, and I also keep like meats and stuff on the very bottom. But, well, it doesn't matter. So that's where all that stuff is. So he went in the refrigerator, I guess, to look to see if we had like cold cuts to make a sandwich or get something to drink. I don't know what he was doing. So he opens it up, and there was really nothing in there. Right? And he goes, Mom, we don't have any food? So I'm like, perfect. This is perfect. Oh my God, I'm caught on sticky bushes. So I'm like, perfect. So I go, no. And he goes, why? What's going on? Now I have to tell you, even when I lived in the apartments, I never ever, like my kids never knew I was struggling, ever. I mean, when they were little, okay, like say, you know, right before I got paid or something like that, I would have to count my change, like quarters, dimes, nickels, because it was cheaper to go to McDonald's and get it. These are when hamburgers were 59 cents, and if you wanted a cheeseburger, it was 10 cents more, so it was 69 cents. So it was cheaper to pay for a couple cheeseburgers and a fry or a Happy Meal than it was to go get meat, vegetables, stuff like that. Let's be real, I used to struggle. So they never went to bed hungry, and they always had everything that they needed, you know. The house was always decorated nice, you know, always food in the house, like I said, until like, you know, I had to do that. But they always ate, they never went to bed hungry. So they never they never knew when I was struggling. So now this happened before, years ago with Isaiah. So I cannot believe he fell for this again. So he was like, Mom, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, I just don't have any money, I say. I was like, you know, I'm trying to fix up the house and decorate it, and with YouTube, you know, the views are down. And I go, and now I said, you know, and his stepdad, you know, I said, because my husband works at a school, and really they're 10-month employees. So in the summertime, they don't get paid. And you cannot collect unemployment in New Jersey because you're not technically laid off. And you're a 10-month employee. That's why most teachers and different things like that, they have to get a job in the summer. And so there's no income. Like I said, he can't collect unemployment. But he does side jobs, and he works and all that stuff. But anyway, I use that as an excuse. And I'm like, and you know, he's not getting paid. And I'm like, you know, I was like, so you just have to worry about what's in the deep freezer. And he looked at me, and I don't lie to my kids. And he pulls out his wallet. And I think he had like $130 in there, something like that. And he goes, here, Mom, take this. He was like, and go get some food in the house. Make sure you have your stuff for your coffee. And my heart melted. And I said, and I couldn't go along with it anymore because he was so upset. And I said, Isaiah, I'm just kidding. I was like, I cleaned out the refrigerator because I have to go food shopping. And I was like, keep your money. And then I told him, I said, listen, let me just tell you something so you never worry. If there was ever a time that we needed food, because, you know, prices are going up, let's be real. I was like, I would do anything I had to do if I didn't have any money. I would sell my makeup. I would sell the TV downstairs. I would do whatever I had to do in order to get money, you know, to be able to pay the bills or to put food in the house. I said, that's something you never have to ever worry. And I said, and then if it came to that, all you kids are grown. We'd all have to get together, and y'all are going to have to put up some money, right? And anyway, I thought that was so cute. And he did that before many years ago. I cannot believe he fell for it again. And this is when he was little and he had like $5. And I remember him giving me like saying, here, you want this $5? But it was so cute, but I cannot believe he fell for it. And I'm going and going and going. And he's believing me. And then it made me feel bad, you know? I cannot get over how I am like sweating. Look at me. So that was cute. Let me know down below. Do you ever like do that to your kids or whatever? I know it sounds mean. I know it does, but I mean, he's 17. He'll be 18 July 19th. So he'll be fine, but my kids get me all the time. I told you Lexi likes to prank me. So she pranked me with her and her friend. It says she got beat up. Then, listen, my daughter has a lot of tattoos, okay? I mean, a lot. She's the one. You know who Cardi B is? If you ever seen Cardi B's tattoo that goes up the thigh on her ass cheek, that's what my daughter has. My daughter has, I mean, covered. She doesn't really have any on her arms yet, but she has like a little one on her neck, like looks like a snake. Very small, something behind her ear. And I always tell her, don't put anything on your face or your neck. I said, put tattoos where you can cover them up because she's so young. She's 21. She'll be 22 next month too, July 31st. And I'm like, you never know in life or what happens. I said, I only have one tattoo. I said, and I got that when I was like 20. And I said, and guess what? That tattoo, the style was so old. That's when like everybody did the roses with the banners, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know, just be cautious of what you're getting. So she kept saying she wanted to get a tattoo on her neck. And I'm like, do not get a tattoo on your neck. You're going to regret it. Don't get it. And she's like, no, I'm going to get it. Anyway, she goes out with her friend, same friend, and she didn't get home till late, so I was already up in my room in the bed, and she had to go to work in the morning. So about 10 o'clock that morning, she sends me a picture with like, if I still have it, I'll put it right here, with like a tattoo, like a face tattoo right here, a butterfly or something. And I was like, I know, you, and this is text, with all capital letters, you did not. Hey, why would you do that? You know, and all that kind of stuff. So then I'm like, let me zoom it in. And when I zoomed it in, you can see there was no red around the edges or anything like that. You know when it's a fresh tattoo. And I'm like, that's fake. And she started laughing. So I'm like, okay, that was a good one. Because at first I did believe her. So they do that to me. So it's like, you know, payback time. You know what I mean? I still got to get my daughter back on a prank. Oh, fix this. Before I forget, let me show you the one thing that I got. You know how like when I walk, the sun goes in and out? So I got another one too, but I left that at home. This is one of them, okay? Looks like an umbrella, right? And then you push it up and it's an umbrella. And this little thingy here sticks to the back of your phone. But when I do that, let me just show you. So you see, it like covers up the camera part, okay? I'd have to have it like this. And then it's like it won't hit the phone. So what I do is I take the little piggy thingy off. So I take it off and I flip it upside down. So instead of it looking like this, I have it upside down. And then when I clip it to the phone, you don't see it. See that? It doesn't block the camera part. And it's like a shade thing, so it doesn't hit the camera. So right now it's not that shady, so I'm gonna walk a little bit and then, I mean not shady, sunny. So I'm gonna walk a little bit and that way the sun doesn't keep going in and out. Remember I kept saying I need to get something for the phone so it doesn't, you know, like the sun doesn't get in the, you know what I mean, go in and out. It's so hot I can't even think straight. So I'm just gonna walk a little bit, make this vlog short and sweet, and then walk home. Oh, I put on my community post in case you didn't see it. Starting tomorrow, my oldest son, Tyler, he's gonna start walking with me. He asked me, he goes, why don't you ever take Nala? And I said, well, I explained to him too, like especially when it's like later on, because we're worried about loose dogs, you know? And I said, you know, with my carpal tunnel, and I have it the worst in my left hand, and I'm left-handed. I said, I'm scared that, now see, Nala, so I have a blue nose pit. She's 5. And Nala's not really aggressive. She can be aggressive. But like if I'm just walking her and somebody's walking by, see how the sun's going in and out like that? Let me see if I can fix it, put this thing on. Let's see how it works. I can't get this thing and I'm getting frustrated. I gotta figure it out because then a little piece hits that little camera part. I don't know. I'll figure it out tonight. I don't want to keep messing with it because it's so hot, and so I don't have the patience, you know? Okay, but what I was saying before, so Tyler, you know, he was like, how come you don't take Nala? And so I'm explaining to him, you know, like, if there's a dog that comes too close to me, she's going to get a little, like, she ain't going to run and, like, be aggressive like that, but she will, and she might, though. If there was a person that came a little bit too close. Am I on the wrong side? Yes, I am. I was going to go for a walk, but I'm not on the right side. Look how pretty that looks. Let me see where this part takes me. You know, she would get aggressive if somebody snuck up on me. And I'm scared that if she pulled just a little bit too hard, my hand would go numb and, you know, I would let her go. And if she ever bit somebody or hurt somebody, yeah, it goes to literally nothing, look. I would never forgive myself. But I mean, as far as somebody has to be like coming right up on me, you know. So I don't want to take her. So Tyler was like, all right. He goes, well, when you start walking, I want to go with you. And he had to work today. So he said, he'll go with me tomorrow. And then he's like, and then if we walk at night, like after dinner, stuff like that, he'll walk and he'll bring Nala. And that way he can control her. And I was like, okay, because my family's giving me a hard time. But here's the thing. I want to walk every day. Yes, I still go to cardiac rehab. But I also want to walk. And they're always busy, or they're not home, or I have to wait on them, and I have that anxiety where I just want to go, you know? And so that's that. I really want to thank you guys. It was so nice, all those sweet comments you said about my husband, because he eats that stuff up, so that was really, really nice. And I'm going to do a lot of my research, so I have the story right, and I mispronounced her name, the little girl that went missing. I was saying Dulce, it's Dulce. I think that's how you pronounce it. Well, I'll figure it out. But I will go there, show you where she was kidnapped, put in the news clips of her mom talking, what happened. She was even on Dr. Phil. And all the other news coverages. Oh, there's a little squirrel. There's a little squirrel, I don't know why I'm whispering. So that's going to take me a few days to get everything right, because I want to make it like a, you know, make sure everything's accurate and make it really, really good. And then show you the places and then the conspiracy theories that a lot of people have. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do that. So I'll do that in a few days, go back over there and stuff. See, here's a dog here. And looks like a little pit. And now if Nala was here, and I had her, and I'd walk, I don't know what she would do, you know what I mean? Or she might jump up to play, you know? You see the dog? So cute. You would have told me a year ago that I would be walking in 100-degree weather, holding packages. I would have been like, yeah, right. My life has changed in like two months. It really has. Even like, you know, like the way I think and different things like that. But near-death experience, like health scares will definitely do that to you. And I, you know, when it first happened, like I went through like the worst, how you doing? I went through like the worst depression that I had in years. Sure, I was depressed when, oh, there's the squirrels. I don't know what you can see. Like when my mom died and my grandmother and the house fire and this health scare with Lexi. But that was more like with my mom and then more grieve. I was grieving. But like true depression, like, I don't know why I was so depressed. And a lot of people have told me, even some of you guys, that when you had heart attacks or different things, you know, you guys went depressed. Like I would just sit there in my room and cry. And I'm talking about bawling, crying, you know? I would cry to my friends. And I was like that for a good month, I guess. And walking has really helped me get me out of the house, because prior to that, I've always suffered from depression, right? And so like I would just sit in my room or downstairs, but I mean, this kind of depression was different. I just cried. I felt like I needed friends. I felt like I needed to talk to somebody. And it really changed the way I look at life. And I thought, if something was to happen to me, would that be the last? Like, if I go back and look at my life, would I be happy that I was like that, just wasting away, wasting my time? You know, I complained, oh, I can't go here and I can't go there because I don't have a car. You know, we have cars here, but like they're stick shifts, and my daughter has her car, and you know. So I just can't go anywhere. What was wrong with me catching a bus? What was wrong with me walking like I'm doing now? If I had to go to the post office to get packages, I had to wait on my husband, or, you know, and it's like, he always said, well, walk and get them. And I was like offended. What do you mean walk and get them? You know, it really made me change the way I look at things. I don't get upset like I used to. I used to be very impulsive. If things made me mad, I was quick to clap back. No. I don't care anymore what people think of me. I don't care. I don't care what people perceive of me. I know who I am. I don't care, you know? I don't care what others think of me because what other people say about me. I don't care anymore. And I'm glad, because it's like, life is so short, guys. You know? I'm going to put the tripod up so I don't have to walk right now, because I'm starting to get out of breath. So hold on. Okay, I have the tripod up, and it's 60 inches, so that's 5 foot. I'm 5'3", so I just have like a few, like I can almost touch the phone, and it's like perfect for, you know, when I don't want to hold it or anything like that. But yeah, you know, like I said, I look at things so differently now, and some things we worry about, you know, I would take that, like if this didn't, like you guys know I was having issues with the heat last year and this and that, and I was taking all those things, complaining all the time. And it's like, there are so many people that have it worse than me. So many people. And that's what I look at. I'm like, you know what, every day when I wake up, I say, you know, my kids are healthy. They're all still here. Do you know? I'm living in a house. I'm not homeless. I can afford my bills. I can afford to get food. Do you know there's so many people that can't, that are just struggling? Or COVID, they lost their jobs. Me and my husband both stayed working. Like, I'm so blessed. God has always blessed me, you know. I could have died a few months ago. I'm still here. I have that second chance. And, you know, when you guys are going through things, don't stop worrying so much. Like, if people are talking about you, you know. Like, I was contacted the other day and they're like, oh, did you see this video? And they sent me this video, and it's like I tell people, stop sending me stuff. I don't care what people think of me. I don't care what people think, you know. It's sad, you know. If you have to stop and make a video on somebody, a negative video, then that shows there's something, you're miserable. Because in my life, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to make a video. I'm not going to clap back. I would before, but I'm not anymore, because I don't care enough, if that makes sense. Not saying that they're a nobody. I don't mean that. I don't care enough to sit there. And I understand I'm talking about it now, but to literally call somebody out, talk about this video, it doesn't matter to me. Because like I've told you before, what people eat does not make you shit, or poop, should I say. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what other thoughts are. Somebody literally made a comment and was like, I think you're having underlying messages in your videos. And I'm like, look, I talk about me being a former crackhead, an alcoholic. I talk about me living in the projects. I talk about me having 3 kids by 3 different men. I talk about I used to be on food stamps. I talk about how I used to have roaches before when I first moved in the apartments. I was sentenced to 4 years in jail. Can I keep going? I can keep going. So something about me, if I have something to say, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to have underlying messages. So when I talk about forgiveness, I really feel that. When I had this experience, made me, I want to forgive, because when it's my time to go up there, my belief system, I want God to forgive me. I don't ever want him to say, well, you didn't forgive this person. You didn't forgive this person. You didn't apologize for this. You never apologized for that. Why should I forgive you? You understand what I'm saying? So I really do believe that, like, we need to forgive and let go. Doesn't mean you need to have people in your life. It doesn't mean you need to, like, be their best friends or talk to anybody. But it's forgiveness is for you, not for them, if that makes sense. And you can let it go and move on. Because if you're still hanging on to that anger about what happened a couple years ago, a year ago, just in general, I'm just bringing this up, something that happened yesterday, then that wears on you. So my whole point, I went left, I understand that. My whole point is me starting these walking talks and stuff has really helped me. It helped my spirits. It helped me emotional. It's my health. It's helping me so much. So like if you would have told me a year ago I would have been doing this, I would have been like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And then I looked at it like, God, I used to sit there and complain, but I had it so good. I don't know, I hope that makes sense. You know what I mean? So, and I do want to say this for other people too, because I know people are going through it too. If people think things about you, that's okay. If that's how they feel, that's how they feel. You know, what I don't like is people speculating or lying or slandering or defaming. And see, I used to be the type of person, for instance, when I'm getting blamed for calling CPS on someone, that video is still up. Sure, I can get a lawyer because that's defame. You know, and this person says, I didn't say she said it. Yes, she did. She insinuated it at the very least. Or, you know, another person was saying, well, I don't think Ann called, but so you're insinuating that I know who did, or somebody did it for me. Or one of my subscribers did it for me because they were mad. It's like, but I know the truth, and sometimes, and I'm using this as an example, sometimes it's best to shh. Because God has a funny way of karma, right? So, but my point to that is, and I'm just hot, so now I'm like aggravated, I think. But like, I would have made a video, and I would have done it on my main channel. See, anytime I have an issue, whatever, I always do it on my second channel. I never do it on my main channel. But if I want to cause drama, I have more subscribers on my main channel. If I wanted to get it out there, like, this person's defaming me or bullying me or people are ganging up on me. When you have 2 to 3 people in one live stream talking about you, I mean, that's, I don't know what you want to call it, but you know what I mean? And sometimes it's best, like I said, to stay quiet because the truth always comes out. It really does. And so, like, don't clap back. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not worth it. Sometimes just staying quiet is the best thing to do. And sure, I might look like the scumbag because I'm not saying anything. So people might think that of me. But what do I care what people think of me? As long as I worry about what God thinks of me. And then my family, you know, like my kids and stuff. Other than that, I don't care. And my true friends, they know me. People that know me. Why, like, even with you guys, if you're a content creator, why do you care what people think of you if they never met you in person before? They never talk to you on the phone. Or they don't come to you and say, did you say this? Is this true? Because I'm the type of person to say, hey, let's all get on the phone. Let's figure it out. I've always said that. And if they don't want to do it, then there's an issue. So like I'm saying, so if you are a smaller content creator, and I say there's a video made, or somebody doesn't like you, like say subscribers, again, I'm not like saying anything, just in general. You have a subscriber that has a mean comment. Why do you care what people think of you? They never met you. They never talked to you on the phone. They don't know the true you. Let me give you an example. When my mom died, I shared a story, and I shared how right afterwards, my mom died on Thanksgiving. And right afterwards, I went to my house and I finished cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Because that's how I dealt with it. I was in shock. I was hurt. I was a mother, so I wanted to make that day more positive for my children. And because I shared my personal life, you know, I had somebody call me psycho, you know, for doing that. And it's like, if your mother's still alive or you didn't experience what I experienced, you don't have a right to judge me how I act, because you don't know what I'm dealing with behind the scenes. It's been almost 3 years and I still cry every night. I cry every night. I mean, my God, it's been a couple years and I still couldn't even, I'm finally now decorating my house. So everybody handles grief differently. And, you know, I bring that up to give an example of, if somebody doesn't like the way you look, if somebody doesn't like the way you talk, if somebody has something to say, don't take it to heart, because there's a lot of keyboard warriors, because I guarantee you, if they see you in your face, they're not going to talk shit to you. And maybe they would, and that would be maybe they might want to think twice, but 99% of the time, they're not. So don't let them bother you. Don't allow somebody, what people think about you, not to want to do YouTube. And a lot of times it's jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Or they want you to clap back. Even in real life, we can't allow what other people think about you to hurt your feelings. I had to learn that, because I used to hurt my feelings. I was quick to apologize. If I knew somebody was upset with me or mad with me, I would apologize. Because I didn't like confrontation. Not confrontation, but like, I didn't want anybody being upset with me. Especially, spirit shut at me, especially somebody I cared about. If that makes sense. I didn't want people to be mad. So I would just be like, well, I'm sorry. And there's nothing wrong with that. You should apologize if you hurt somebody's feelings unintentionally. But now I'm at the point where if I hurt your feelings and I didn't mean it, I'll apologize. But if I apologize and you don't accept it, oh well. I literally went left. If you're still here, leave a heart emoji. I think I'm just hot and I'm aggravated because I'm hot. And I went left. I don't know where the hell, when I edit this video, I don't know if I'll keep this in. Because my underlying meaning was, don't worry what people think of you. That was my underlying meaning. And forgive. And, you know, just enjoy life. Each day you wake up, you can make a change, because you never know when it's your last day. You never know. All right, I'm gonna get off of here and walk home. And I just went totally left. And I don't want this to be a video like, I just don't. I'm just hot and aggravated, if that makes sense. So I had to go to the post office, or I would have waited till later on tonight to walk, because they closed at 5. So I don't think I'm gonna walk in the heat again. All right, I'm gonna get off of here. Please like this video. I know I went left. I promise I don't make too many videos like this. Or dislike it, that helps me out too. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree with me. Let me know if you're very sensitive, or are you not sensitive. Just let me know in general. Have a conversation, and yeah. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.